What's up? How's
Howdy,
everyone
Matt.
doing? I'm just sending out a text to everyone else that said that they would be here, and it's struggling. How are you guys on this beautiful Monday? Well, let me paste. No one else gets a special invite text. I was gonna do it, but looks like it's just us. So, um, it's here. Daylight savings time has happened. It's basically springtime. So let's get ready for the market to wake up. Before we jump into accountability, I wanted to throw up quickly here some of the market so we can kind of see how things are doing. As I'm pulling this up, how do you guys feel like the market is doing? Like what's your sentiment? How's it feeling out there?
Think things are moving.
Things are moving.
More houses are coming on market.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I was
it's
gonna say,
crazy to think about, but if you have a listing that wants to move in the summer, it might be right now is a time to list it. So, all right, let's jump stats here. Um, Active listing count. We're just a little bit up from everything. But look at this, listings sold over the last 30 days are higher than the previous period. So, things are moving up. Um, all right. Let's start with this days on market average because this is what's crazy. So, um 78 down to 77. But I mean, we're 9 days into March. Maybe that could change. But so if someone says, "Hey, I want to move in June," that's list your house now kind of numbers. 77 days to get under contract, 30 days. I mean, you're looking at like 100-ish days to sell someone's house if it's not priced 100% correctly, if they're trying to hope for the best price, all of that stuff. Um, because you do not need to be average, but if you are looking at average, you're about 3 months
That's all.
with some listing.
Is that all Utah, Cam?
Everything on the MLS.
Okay.
So most of Utah, yeah. Yeah, there is definitely pockets that are slower and there's pockets that are a lot crazier. So, and that's kind of where this lists to sold price goes. Or I guess this is the list price average that I clicked on. So, we hit a high median. We're kind of down at the 500. This could just mean that we're having a lot of the cheaper houses sell. Um, and maybe less of those luxury, but we're down just a little bit on median sold price so far in March, but hovering around right around that 500,000, which isn't bad. So the sold to list price, we're actually doing better. So whatever you list originally, like 3.3% below that is what's pretty average to sell. So either we're getting better at pricing our homes like we did poorly here in Q4 and we're starting to get better, or the market's just kind of waking up and sellers are listing more realistically and buyers are willing to go and make a good offer to actually get the house. So we're kind of moving here. And then our listing count, we kind of saw that we're kind of hovering right around where we've been most this time. If you kind of compare that to last year, though, so here in March, we were 600 less listings than we currently are now. But it kind of followed the same pattern. January, March, or February and March trickled up. We're kind of doing that same thing, not as dramatic. And you'll see that's kind of the common thing is we tick up for the summer, tick down for the winter, tick up for the summer, tick down for the winter. So get ready. We're in the more listings kind of a phase right now. So, any other stats we should be talking about? Anything that you guys are curious about? Okay, so what does all of this mean?
What's
Quick
what's
question,
price per
Cam.
square foot going right now? Has that trended up or down?
Ooh, that's a great question. Is that an easy thing to? What was your question, David, as I'm trying to make up a new one?
Oh no, you're good. I was wondering, so obviously um we're seeing things trend a certain way on close. Where is that percentage? Is it still 1 out of 7 or up to about 1 out of 10 for people backing out before close?
Ooh, let's see what we can find. Okay. Well,
We're talking
as
about
we're doing this, let me show you guys something. Let me just share my screen as I'm. So I already built this price per square foot average chart. Let me show you how I did this with a square foot. So to answer Jakai's question first, and then we'll pull up David's. So I'm in Rapid Stats, by the way. So if you just hover over stats on the MLS. Oh, did it actually work? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's wigging out here. Hold up. Okay. So I like to do this in charts because it's really easy to do this and build a nice chart like this, but we're a little bit higher average price per square foot than a couple of months, but that is that common? Yeah, look at that. May dropped way down. This is all over the place. This is a bad one to look at if you don't whittle it down, right? If acreage is all over the
can you
place, then
filter it
square
for
footage.
Utah County and see what it says?
I don't know how to do that. Can I do that? Look, that closed. Maybe we can't build a nice, pretty chart. Wait, we're exploring things here. Oh no. All right, wait for it. Um, what is the one that we want? So in the MLS, you can build better reports, um, and narrow it down a little bit more. Something like this. So we'd go back here and we could, oh, this isn't going to give us square footage though.
You can do it on Rapid Stats. If you just go to on the like left bar, you go to sold listings, price per square foot, then you can filter by city or
Oh, look
county.
at Callie knowing how to do all of this. Wait, what did you say? Listing summary? Price.
Yeah, so sold listings by square foot range. Is that oh, I guess that just gives you the data. It doesn't give you the average price per square foot. But maybe you
But
could
we
then
could kind of get an
AI
idea.
that data in.
I also would want like Jakaya, if you're thinking for your people looking to build, you can come here and check out the single
Oh yeah,
family.
it's at the very bottom actually, the average square foot dollars per square foot. Um,
I'm just trusting you. I'm scrolling to the bottom. I didn't see it, but I'm not looking well enough.
Either way, good to know you can mess around with this and kind of find it everywhere.
Yeah. David, what was your question? What were you gonna find?
I was just wondering if there had been any change from because it's usually like 10 to 15% of people backing out during, whether it's due diligence or finance prior to closing.
Oh yeah. I wonder if we can see what do we have here? List price. Oh wait, maybe we want what expired.
I was just seeing if it had changed at all because I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 months ago there was an uptick in people dropping out, and I'm wondering if that leveled out.
Hmm. I'm not sure, but this is kind of interesting. If we looked at February, there were 517 listings that expired, and we were around 1100. Is that? Those numbers don't seem to match up.
How long does it take typically for something to record at the county to where it updates on the Utah real estate app? So like if a house closes,
Sometimes it's a day.
had an agent told me like, oh yeah, my client's signing today, and that was like on Thursday last week, and it still says pending on the MLS right now. So I'm just curious if that means like maybe their client signed on the one side of the transaction, but the other party hasn't signed yet, maybe, but it still says pending, but apparently they signed 4 days ago now.
Um, yeah, they might not have just updated the MLS because that's something that you manually do.
You have to go in, it doesn't auto do that. Like the agent has to go in and change the status.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Is there a way to verify if they don't change the status? Like say it actually did, but they didn't change the status. Can you like pull county records somehow? Or
yeah, sometimes the county records will update pretty quickly.
it's like if the title records it, then
Yeah.
it's like where would you see that? You have to call someone, or can you just go on like Utah parcel maps, or how can you see if it's
Yeah,
actually
just go to Utah
recorded?
Parcel Maps and do that, and you should be able to
See if it's recorded.
do that. Yeah.
Or you could just ask title to send you a confirmation that everything was recorded,
If you know
like
which
and a
title
copy
company
of
they
it.
used.
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't know the title company, can you call any title company and they can look and see which title company used that maybe?
I would
Mhm.
assume so, but I'll let Cameron answer that.
I actually don't know. I have
I'll
no
I'll
clue.
ping Burgundy.
Yeah, she'll definitely know. All right, David, I can't find a good quick answer to you, but even if we kind of um look here, there were 6 more new listings than under contracts. So basically that tells me we're kind of whatever goes active all kind of went under contract. Now that doesn't mean one for one if you went active, you went under contract. The sold listings is a lot lower, but this is the lagging indicator. So if we looked at March to see how many of those under contracts actually close, I guess we could do this. Okay, remember some numbers here. We had so if we look at January, because we had about 2,700 close, we had 4,200 go under contract in January. So all of these January probably should have closed in February. Um, but we're 4,200 to the, what did I say, 2,700? If that is true, that is not a great stat. That means like 64% of the under contracts end up closing. Um,
So you're
if
looking
we
at
just,
almost a third drop off
yeah,
under that assumption.
yeah. And now some could be still closing here in March too. So, um, I mean, we could
They're
even
just
go
over the
back.
30 days. They're probably just roll over from the third instead of 30
Yeah.
days to close, they're 35 or 40 days.
Yeah. So if we looked here and said, okay, well, there's 3,300 in December that went under contract, and then 2,300, what's that? Oops, 23 to 33. Yeah, that's closer to 70%. So maybe just with February being a short month, um, maybe some of those push to March. And so, but that's still like we're probably 30%. That probably feels real of goes under contract that doesn't close for one reason or another.
Which would make
Okay.
sense because the days on market 77 days. So it might go under
Mhm.
contract, fall off, and then get another offer. And
And get
then
another one. Yep.
so if the average days to close or days on market was under 30 days, then it would be more matching. But since it's taking 2 months to close, it goes under contract, it's going to fall off just by that statistic and take 77 days to close instead of 30.
Yeah. Yep. So, but our we're looking at taking up all of these. This is like the interesting one is like this under contract up over the previous 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months. So more people are going under contract now than they have in the past. It'll be interesting when we get March's stats to check that out to see what's going on here because February was down just a little bit for the 12 months, a lot for the 6, barely for the 3. So um, should be interesting to see if we end up uh, selling more here. So lots of information here for you guys. This will help you become that market expert. Think through these and think of like not just the numbers, but what they actually mean. You know, if you can get good at telling a story, like, hey, in February, we had 4,800 markets or 4,800 new listings, and we also had 4,800 under contract. We are basically every new listing technically gets an under contract. Now, it's not one for one, and the average days on market's actually 78. So the new listings then typically get an offer as the other listings, but we are kind of replacing new listings. So our active listings should stay the same if March stays the same like this, the same number of under contracts as new listings. But what's good about that is we typically have more listings come on the market in March, April, May. So if we can continue to increase that under contract, then this market is going to feel very healthy and great. And we are going to love our lives. Buyers and sellers are going to be okay with everything because they have a little breathing room to think and discuss things. But things are also moving so it doesn't feel stagnant. So this could be like the sign of a very healthy, awesome market that we're in. Um, let's just hope it keeps going because there's really no way to know what's going on. Could we be in a crazy war with Iran? Yes. Could interest rates go up or down? Yes. Could they stay the same? Well, there's a lot of unknowns, but it's feeling pretty good looking at these numbers. So get out there, have some conversations. We have Rise. We're going to start off our whole new session of Rise that we're doing. And so that will be downstairs in the training room. If you can make that, it's going to be me. I'm here doing it. So come come hang out and we'll get things up and going and moving along, and then go crush it today. Brandon, do you have something before we jump off?
Is that on Zoom as well today? The Rise?
We will record it, and then Ritz usually gets it up on YouTube a day or two later, so
Okay.
it will be there soon. So,
All right.
okay, everyone, go crush it. Oh, this week for the calls, let's see, what are we? The 9th. It is T and J. So call those Thompsons and those Jensens and all of those T's and J's that you have as you follow through that. So last name's T and J. Call those. Have a great one. We'll see ya.